Introducing the Open Palm Podcast, hosted by Jerome Shaw. Available today on your favorite podcasting platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor.fm, and many more. The Open Palm Podcast, where the host engages his listeners with inspirational messages, motivating themes, and thought-provoking ideas. Topics include: make more mistakes, how much is your value, don't get right, get going, learning to let go, excellence is a habit, and more. Binge listen today. Subscribe today. It's getting excellent ratings. That's the Open Palm Podcast, hosted by Jerome Shaw. You can also find it on YouTube. Make sure you share it with your social networks and connect on Twitter and Instagram at Jerome Shaw. That's the Open Palm Podcast with Jerome Shaw. Available today on your favorite podcasting platforms. Go listen, download, and subscribe now.
My friend, I've been learning so many things this year, so many wonderful things that I love to share with you. And one of the things is the power of breath. Just breathing can be so powerful. You can't beat breath, I say. I've done a lot of things in my life. I haven't done everything, but I've done enough to have many different experiences. And these experiences showed me different things that were not known or apparent to me in my field of awareness. And I'm sure you can kind of read between the lines on that. But there's one thing that I would say that is free, that makes me feel better than any outside substance. And that is the breath. Deep breathing, where we go our lives each day breathing very shallow breaths, not very aware or not really conscious of how we're taking in oxygen. But you know, the animals that go on living for long periods breathe long breaths. Speaking of animals like turtles and tortoises, different reptiles. Yet when you look at a squirrel or a rabbit, in comparison to a turtle, they live very short lives. And you see that they breathe very short, quick breaths. Even dogs, right? Right? So, the longer we breathe, the longer we live. I believe there's even Eastern religions or Eastern forms of thought that don't measure life in terms of years, but in terms of breath. How many breaths we have before it's over, before we go from this form to the next. So, knowing this, I have come to appreciate my breath so much. When I play the shakuhachi and I really enjoy and really sit with the breath, or really just prolong it and draw it all the way out, it puts me in almost an altered state. I've had blissful moments where I will just have this overwhelming feeling of peace, like everything is okay. There's nothing to worry about. My life is complete. I'm completely satisfied and content in this moment. And I believe it is because I'm drawing myself to the present moment where fear cannot exist. Fear only exists in the future. regret exists in the past. But when I pull myself to the present, there's none of those things. It's just me in the moment of bliss, appreciating my breath, appreciating life, just feeling, just being. I can only attempt to describe it. My friend, I have a sticky note on my laptop computer, and it says 3 words. Remember to breathe. Remember to breathe, my friend. That's it. In life, we face struggles, we face trials, tribulations, we face tests. We face all kinds of things that are thrown at us. We are tempted to have these emotions of anger, of anguish, of agony, of pain, of hurt, of sorrow, of sadness. But if we just rest in the breath, and appreciate this present moment where none of those things exist, we come back and we realize that it's okay. In those times, those frightful moments where you don't know where to turn, you don't know who to talk to, you don't know what to do with your life, ask yourself, in this moment, are you okay? Excluding the future, forgetting about the past, in this moment right now, can you access peace now? Are you okay right now in this single moment? Now, if the answer is yes, then that means that you can get to the next moment and be okay. And once you get to that moment and you're okay, you can get to the next moment and be okay. And then you can get to the next moment and be okay. Moment by moment by moment. And realizing in the moment that you are okay, that you are alive, that everything you need is within you now. Fear starts to go away. Faith starts to kick in. And an inner knowing bubbles to the surface, allowing you to realize what you have to be grateful for in this moment. It's hard to think about these things or even focus on an idea or a concept like this when we are breathing so quickly, not even noticing it. These short, quick breaths. But when we intentionally inhale and exhale, it can bring us back to a moment of such bliss that we may wonder why we ever worried at all. It's not something that I can fully describe, my friend. It's something you will have to find for yourself. Thank you for listening. This has been Jerome Shaw on TOP, that is the Open Palm Podcast, here in San Antonio, Texas. Now, the open palm means harmony with the world, understanding our place in the world, using our skills accordingly, greeting the world with an open palm instead of a closed fist. My friend, I pray that you did receive an encouraging message today about the breath, remembering to breathe. Just taking a moment can put you at peace. Just taking a moment can be all you need. Share this episode with a like-minded individual who is learning and growing, becoming their greatest version, just like you. Pay it forward today. Make it possible for someone else to access this peace. Many have asked how they can support the podcast. Well, my friend, if you resonated and gained value from this, any value at all, I would invite you to consider supporting it by becoming a supporter, opening your browser to anchor.fm/jshaw. And clicking that little support button there is much appreciated. Even taking just a moment to give this a positive rating on whatever platform that you have chosen to listen to it is much appreciated. Thank you, my friend. And have a wonderful and blessed day or night, wherever you are. Take care. Hey there, my friend. So you've heard about Anchor, but do you know why it's the easiest way to make a podcast? Well, first off, it's free. It allows you to use creation tools that let you record your podcast right from your phone or computer. It also distributes your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more platforms. You can even make money from your podcast with minimum listenership. It's everything you need in one place. Download the free Anchor app today or go to anchor.fm to get started. Can't wait to hear yours. Let's see what you have to offer the world.